The hottest female bodies on earth lift heavy weights. The worst female bodies on earth go for jogging, less low intensity, steady state, cardio, elliptical, flabby, disgusting, just weak. No, they got no quads. They don't have hamstrings. I mean, when girls lift heavy, I'm not saying heavy like on roids, bro. I'm saying heavy as in like they're actually pushing weight. They have shape to their body, right? Like the glutes, the ass pushes out when there's muscle, right? I'm not saying like rock hard. I'm just saying when you see a flabby or when you see a girl who, like, if a girl's legs are just like this, it's not attractive. They have to be like warped, like this. They have to have shape, like a bubble.
Nowadays, they just use Photoshop for that. Why do you have to work out when you can just Photoshop, right?
That bubble is from muscle. If it's just straight down like this, it's not hot. And that thickness comes from muscle underneath fat. Because if it's just
You guys actually have to understand the amount of girls who use Photoshop is astounding. More girls are using Photoshop on their pictures than you could probably guess.
muscle, looks weird. But some guys like athletic. But I think the best look is a muscular athletic girl with a coating of fat.
That's his personal preference. I just want to say, I feel like die-hard gym girls are super overrated. I definitely want a girl to be into the gym and living an active lifestyle and being healthy and taking care of herself. But these girls who are all about the gym culture, they're not it for me.
Like just enough where you can make fun of her. You go, hey, you're fat. That's the best look, in my opinion. That's the most feminine look. It's also the most rare. Like, very few girls look like that.
General training. I mean, people just have this. I don't know. Maybe it's just like I said. Everything's always from the viewpoint of looking out someone that has it, and then they just go, "Well, they just do these things, and that's it." So if I do these things, that for some reason people think I'm gonna do it for fucking 5 weeks, it's just gonna be my reality.
Yeah, for my female clients, squats. I'd avoid deadlifts because they'd always fuck it up. It would be squats and pull-ups to make them look really good.
Some of y'all might be wondering why would girls work on pull-ups? It's because it doesn't make them jacked. First of all, that's the number one issue girls have with doing weights, especially upper body. They think they're going to get jacked. That's not going to happen unless you take steroids or you lift heavy for 10 plus years. Then that muscle is really going to start to poke through. But doing upper body, especially pull-ups, is great to give you that toned look that all the girls say they want. Being toned doesn't actually exist, but the look, I understand what they're going for, and doing a little bit of upper body with weights definitely helps with that. Now, why pull-ups specifically is because pull-ups will give you a better shoulder to waist ratio. Again, not to the point where the girl's shoulders look broad. It doesn't get to that point unless you take steroids, but it'll give the appearance, give the illusion of a slimmer waist. So if they're working on squats, they're working on their glutes and their legs, which are going to become more warped, like he's saying. Then if they focus on pull-ups, then their waist, they're going to have that hourglass figure that they all want. So that's good advice, especially for the females.
And a lot of girls, believe it or not, need to go on bulks. You'd be surprised how many girls need to go on like a lean mass phase.
He's right. Again, a lot of girls need to eat more combined with lifting. That's going to give them the look they want. Girls think they need to starve themselves and do a bunch of cardio. They're just going to be frail and bony. And that's not going to give them the look they want. They need to do a little bit of weights with a little bit more eating. And slowly but surely they will get to where they want to be.
Like they need shape to them. They like, I hate muscular women, but the average woman is not even 1% muscular. That's the problem. I like fat, yeah. I've never dated or hooked up a girl who I've never done hooked up with someone who wasn't like nice bod. Advice on how to find a good personal trainer. Uh, It's usually the more expensive dudes, but usually it's the guy who spends time with you, who doesn't ignore you. Yeah. In my gym, the more expensive dudes, they couldn't be seen around with two unfit clients, so they would bust their ass getting everyone fit. Depends where you're at. In life, boxing, fitness, whatever you're doing, always just go for a more expensive coach. We do this penny pinching thing with every part of our lives, and then we end up spending even more money with shit coaches. It's like, do it right the first time. Don't do it wrong 8 times where you spend $8,000 fucking dollars. Do it right the first time. Do it kind of like YouTube. Get the editor, the expensive editor, the first time. Don't go through 10 mediocre editors. Do everything that it really always comes down to just do the expensive shit.
I agree and disagree. I think sometimes you need to kind of bootstrap it, especially when it comes to business or YouTube. I can understand bootstrapping that, but when it comes to your fitness, he's right. We penny pinch in so many different aspects of our lives, but then when it comes to fitness, that's not something that you should be penny pinching on. That's something that you should be investing in as much as you can so that you can get the best return, because that return, it is tangible and it's also intangible. And I think that part goes over a lot of people's heads. They disregard or they overlook the intangible benefits of optimizing their health and their condition.
Don't worry about money.
And it's just not even close to the case.
Yeah.
Not at all.
There's plenty of dudes that look like shit that do steroids. They're just not eating right. They're not working out. They don't know how to work out. It's not going to happen to you. Don't worry.
You know what's an interesting thing I think about?
But if she's bulky, she's going to eat all the oils. Well, I'm talking about for women I date. So women I date are usually on the slimmer side, so they need some bulk. I've never dated a bulky person.
Kumail Nanjiani should come out though. The fuck is that?
Who?
Kumail Nanjiani.
Who the fuck's that?
The fucking dude from
Kumail and Johnny.
He's the Pakistani dude.
Jon Zherka, would you hire Wake Wilder as your coach? Yeah, Wake knows a lot. I like him. I love him. For fitness, yeah. As soon as he starts talking politics is when I put the barrel to my fucking ass.
Who became like a Marvel guy.
Right? In a video game. Bill actually seemed athletic. No, she couldn't even do one push-up. The guy with yeah. Muscular chicks ain't it. Yeah, I hate muscular. Muscular is weird. My mom used to say something really evil. She'd say, always marry a skinny girl. And I'd be like, ew, no, what the fuck? And she'd be like, you'll thank me when she's pregnant. And I'm like, Mom, how can you say that? And she'd be like, oops.
But he was on what is it, Eternals or something?
Oh, I didn't see this.
I didn't watch the movie either, but he's like jacked. Now, how do you not know Kumail Nanjiani? He went from the fucking
So her end game will be medium.